Shalom, people, shalom. Well, it's finna be a civil war under the Trump administration, man. I'm just letting y'all know that ahead of time. I'm also naming this one slick racism. Yeah. Shalom, my people. Got my cup of wine. It's about that damn time to speak my unapologetic Charlie Kirk type of mind. You know what I'm talking about? Cause hey, Charlie and Trump and them get to say slick racist shit and get millions of followers and views and fans. So I hope y'all don't mind me today on what I'm about to say. But first, allow me to reintroduce myself. It's your boy Kenny Mack. I am your street politician, kicking street level politics to the streets with the intentions of getting my people involved, man, in the fight that matters the most. Because you ain't fighting the real fight if you ain't fighting the powers. If you ain't speaking, voting, protesting, involving yourselves in this political battle, because it's the politics and the justice systems that got us in this systemic race system in the first place. You ain't got to be in the politics, but politics is into your ass. One of my favorite sayings. Listen, in this video, I need y'all full attention. Like, if you watching this video, don't just be looking at me talk. Hear what I'm saying. Before I get started on slick racism, though, let me get on my black people asses first. Then I explain how your civil rights is being threatened right now, okay? Because I know it ain't just me. Is anyone else slick of these black MAGA movement, folks? The black MAGA movement, man, they louder than the racists, ain't they? Black MAGA people sound like the nigga on the Django to me. And y'all be the loudest. Talking loud and ain't saying nothing. Y'all think the sun come up just to hear y'all crow. Don't know nobody's policies. Just blurting out. I've never seen so many blacks voting against their own interests. Like, where is Malcolm X when you need him? And don't start lying on Malcolm X either, like y'all been doing MLK. Yeah, y'all been doing a lot of that lately. I don't know, y'all got these AI videos. I don't know what the fuck going on. Malcolm X said voting is a powerful weapon for the black Americans. Powerful weapon. He promoted separatism, but I'm just a civil rights person. You know what I'm saying? And I think either, we're going to live together or it's going to be war. But we not going to be on your slaves and your bitches. You can get a fear of us like black MAGA. Them black MAGA niggas, but so yeah, I'm just tired of hearing ignorant shit come out of black Trump supporters' mouths. So black MAGA, I just take y'all's ignorance no more that like y'all show too much ignorance to me. It's so many of y'all ignorant and turning blind by an old white man. At least Joe Biden was trying to wasn't trying to brainwash y'all ass. Black MAGA people are programmed though like a mug. They don't even know why they supporting Trump. Ask them. They just robots. Their ignorance level make me feel like I done graduated from Harvard Law School. That's how ignorant they is. America don't belong to no president. Don't you know that? One MAGA nigga told me, Trump can do what he want to do. He the president. I said, woo. You'll probably give him your damn little 9-year-old girl, won't you? You'll give him your 9-year-old little daughter, won't you? I'm just saying. And why y'all didn't have that same energy when Biden was in there? He couldn't pass gas, let alone a law. Trump using government property for political gains. Is that why y'all pay taxes, black MAGA? To give to a king? Trump think everything we pay taxes for somehow belongs to him. But that's how a king's supposed to think. The White House is mine. The Smithsonian Museum, mine. The military, mine. He's going way beyond his duties. The military is not the president's militia. It belongs to the people, for the people. But for some odd reason, everyone forgetting they do this all of a sudden, including them. The National Guards, ICE, the FBI. They all in cahoots with this Project 25 thing. They created a king in America, so we headed for a dictatorship-style government. You know the thing y'all kept lamely blaming on the Democrats. The Democrats trying to be the Communist Party. They the party of racism. They the party of dictatorship. No, you got the game backwards, my guy. Kingsmanship is now. The civil military crisis is now. Civil war is underway. How much more you think we can take? Black MAGA niggas talking about Trump got rid of the immigrants for us. Nigga, Trump got rid of the immigrants. Same reason he want to get rid of your black ass. Because he a bigot. That's why he got rid of the immigrants. Same reason he want to get rid of your black ass. Talking about he brought jobs back to the American people when he sent the immigrants back. But let's be real. Everybody that wasn't working then still ain't working now. So you didn't have a job because you didn't want a job. I got plenty of jobs while the so-called aliens was here. Hell, I was working with them. Y'all just hating on them folk for no reason. You ain't no better than the white man talking about your country. You barely in here your damn self. Only reason he ain't sent your black ass back because he don't know where the hell to send you. He don't know where you came from. But he got a better plan for you. And it ain't in your favor, Black MAGA. It ain't in your favor, Black MAGA. So the hell ain't. I just got one question for the MAGA movement jerks. If Kamala was that bad of a person, why y'all support a compulsive liar, a multiple felon, a racist, a whole pedophile? Why? If you don't like bad people like y'all claim Kamala and Joe Biden was, Kamala a damn angel compared to Trump. And don't debate what I'm saying when you know damn well Trump is in the Epstein's files. Elon Musk exposed them already. He in the Epstein's file. And come to find out, Elon was right. Because then we found out Trump and Jeffrey Epstein was best of friends. So as a pedophile supporter, it only shows what kind of person you is yourselves. And I heard somebody say the Republicans are the party of Christianity. The conservatives are more Christian than the liberals. What Bible you reading and what pages you on? How? Let's be honest. Y'all only mad about gay rights and gun control. But whoever want to bring up the Bible should go to the part where it says, ye without sin cast the first stone. As mad as y'all be at the gay people, I'm starting to think y'all are curious. And if y'all supposed to be the party of Christianity and common sense, would Jesus own a gun? Because there's too many of y'all in love with guns. I ain't got a problem with guns. I got one. But why y'all got a problem with gun control is what I'm trying to find out. Who don't want control? Talking about they trying to take guns away. Man, it's called gun control, not gun confiscation. And like I said, with Jesus on a gun, since y'all the party of Christianity, and with Jesus let lawbreakers and pedophiles in the heaven. And if Jesus stood at the border asking to get in, would you let him in? I got to take a sip of that. I said, if Jesus was a Mexican trying to cross over into America on his donkey, would you let him in? So don't talk to me about no gay rights when a sin is a sin. And something else been bugging me about you Trumpsters. What happened to no tax on overtime? I'm asking for a friend because he do a lot of overtime and he said it ain't reflecting on his check. See, Trump said it out his mouth, but I think he realized he fucked up when he said it, knowing it wasn't gonna work since taxes knock a big chunk out of the deficit. But in fact, all of his policies backfired on him. Have you heard? MAGA and Black MAGA? That Trump added $7 trillion more to the deficit. Talk about a government shutdown. We might not open back up. We have no more money, which is what he intended. That way he can defund all of them entities he intended to defund, like the federal government, and shut them down. Yeah, the Department of Education, etc., according to the Project 25. The document y'all should have read before your ass went cast your votes. Even if he decides to keep the federal government, right? Project 25 enables them to politicize the federal government. It's about 1,000 pages in that damn project. That's more pages than the Bible and the Quran. And why y'all think Trump lied about it in this campaign? Because he knew y'all, he would have lost votes. That's how sad the project is. Now I ain't retracting on his statement, because all of a sudden, he implementing the project. By the way, Black MAGA, the tariff shit is crushing black farmers. Now I ain't looking for a bailout plan on that. It's crushing black farmers. And Black MAGA, whatever happened to food prices dropping as soon as he takes office? That's what he said. I'm asking for my gal because she do a lot of shopping. In fact, the prices went north. Y'all actually thought Trump was worried about y'all ass? Trump balling. He's stupid rich. What filthy rich white old man billionaire you know is worried about your broke Black MAGA ass? I'm waiting. Dun, 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 dun. So let's recap. Let's rewind America for a minute since y'all want to make it great again. Under the Obama administration, when he first got in office, he had to fix a broken economy behind Bush. Because all Bush did was what rich Republicans do: steal from the poor and give to the wealthy. Bush gave cuts to the wealthy and used lower class people's tax money to fund the wars and shit. Y'all remember that? Housing markets crashed, banks failed, all that. So what Obama do? Got in there and gave out stimulus packages, auto industry bailouts. I can name a lot more he did, but just know it stabilized economic growth. Then he handed the wheel over to Trump. And what Trump do? Crash the damn car. Now he's trying to get back in there and balloon the damn deficit, trillions of dollars. And what is Mega Movement doing? Still waving their damn pom-poms. Like we just winning or something. Y'all got a damn Trump disease. Trumpism or some shit. You've been trumped, and it's too late to throw your cards in. You've been trumped. That's all it is. So anyway, this is the kind of stuff I like doing in my spare time, man. I mean, some people play games. Some people run around and chase women and vice versa. You know, all day. Some people hit the studio and rap about nothing. I mean, where's Tupac and KRS-One when you need them, for God's sake? But this is my studio right here. This is my game room. All that. Because somebody got to tell it like it is. I mean, we got black media. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think they reaching like I'm reaching. I'm not saying as far as views, because they get way more views than me, obviously. Hey, long as I reach one person, because that one person can enlighten 10 other people. But when I say reaching, I'm talking about like I'm overstepped in my First Amendment, man. Because I love some political controversy, as you can see. Trump taught me that. Racist, biggest conservative politicians taught me that. And I don't give a damn if they don't. I don't give a damn if they don't want me to mention Charlie either. I have no sponsors, no commercials, nothing to lose. I ain't Jimmy Kimmel. I'm Kenny Mack, and the Mac is for Master at Communication. And I'm trying to see how in the hell y'all honor Charlie for speaking the way he did, but fire Jimmy Kimmel for exercising his First Amendment. Explain that. But that ain't the discussion, is you know. That ain't what the discussion is. I just can't let it go for some reason. So anyway, today I'm speaking on slick racism, because this is what's gonna lead to the Civil War. From a black man's standpoint, we call it revolution. So, let me tell y'all what I know so you ain't gotta know no more, right? I did my last few videos on Charlie Kirk and how he delivered his speeches, where I felt like, you know what I'm saying, everybody was listening to his mess and not his message. Well, today I like to get into the minds of racist people. I like to get into the minds of racist people. I had a debate with a guy that said racism, where the discussion was, does racism still exist? To me, it was a dumbass argument. And I won by far, because all I had to do was point him in a direction. Told him to go down to sundown towns at sundown and walk around and see how that work out for you. So does racism still exist? Is it still irrelevant? Is it still relevant? Is a pig pussy pork? You damn right it is. I just ain't eating it. Now today I'm moving further in this conversation though, because first I want to warn black people that a civil war is being threatened, right? And tampered with in America, as long as you got presidents like Trump in there, in the office. Also, I just want to get into the minds of a racist. Why are they the way they are? And what's next for them? That sounds like the real black media, though. Also, we'll talk about why I think Trump is racist, despite him having black friends, so y'all claim, who I bet never crossed the threshold of neither one of his homes. You see what I'm saying? And all the so-called black friends that he had was rich. And why nobody never talk about the fact that his friend, they ain't his friends no more? You never ask yourselves why they ain't his friends no more? Why they don't want to be Trump friend no more? I made the term slick racist, not slick stupid. Y'all slick stupid. Talking about he used to have black friends. That's black folks' justification for Trump not being a racist. One possibility out of all the other possibilities that he is, which I'm explaining to you. Well, what the hell you think happened with that situation? With his black friends? He showed his damn true colors. That's what happened. See, they the real people of color when they get to showing their true colors. You think if my friend ran for president, you think I'm gonna stop being his friend because of that? Shit, I'm gonna want to be his friend even more. I'm his best of friend now. You the president? But no, we ain't stupid. We knew this motherfucker was slick racist. and we knew what was going on. We knew what he was going in there to do. He done got with his kind, and all their ass want to make America gross again. Gross. So I just want to highlight why I think conservatives and the new Republican Party slick racist. My thing is, you can't be blatantly racist no more. That don't work. Hell, technically it's a hate crime now. You can be fired from your job. You can lose all kind of sponsorships and et cetera, et cetera. So that's why I call it slick racist. That's why this segment is called Slick Racist. Cause they be playing over too many of y'all heads. Playing with my life like my life ain't real. We living in the days of slick racism. Hell, technically we been there since Jim Crow days. Same reason the KKK became popular. Cause they get to be racist out in public, but we don't know who the hell they is cause they got sheets on their faces. That's why if I ever run across a Klan with them goddamn sheet on their face or whatever that thing is called, the helmet on their motherfucking face, I'm gonna snatch it off and hurry up and take a picture of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and find out where you work at. Your ass fired, buddy. So anyway, I'm here today in this video to unmask racists like Donald Trump and Charlie Kirk. Yeah, Charlie still matters, yeah, as if he's still here today, because they made a damn Remembrance Day dedicated to him. So y'all stop asking me to keep his name out my mouth. It's called a Day of Remembrance. I didn't assign it, I'm just remembering. Y'all seen that shit where this nutcase tried to imitate Charlie? Tried to set up a stand at the HBCUs, and them black folk ran his ass clean up out of there. Buddy, you might have freedom of speech, but you damn sure ain't got freedom of wrong or freedom of movement. Get him out of there. You get your goddamn ass on up the street there, you white nigger, you. I mean, you can exercise your freedom of speech, but don't think we ain't gonna be on your ass. So put that in your backpack and grow as you go. Charlie. I'm gonna start calling slick racist people Charlie. Unless it's a female, then it's Karen. But back to the topic. Shit, what is the topic? Wine kicking in. Oh yeah, slick racist. And civil war underway. My thing is, if you don't like black people, why don't y'all find somewhere else to go? From my knowledge, we was here first. At least some of the black people was here. Others came as slaves, and the natives was made slaves. They tried to honor the natives, you know what I'm saying, most of who migrated from west to escape the white man and his diseases. But after a while, they couldn't tell the difference who was who. Story goes, right, when Christopher Columbus first sailed over here, he didn't come intentionally. He was sailing to India, and his boat blew westward instead. You know, due to the wind and the ocean floor and whatnot. Same way the hurricanes start off the western shore of Africa, right? And blow towards America. His boat blew him westward. And he ended up on the colonies in the eastern America. And when he got here, he thought he was in India, where he intended to go. So the first people he saw, he called us Indians. That's how we adopted the name Indians. Clearly we ain't no damn Indians, and we didn't call each other that. Y'all named us that. Even gave us these slave names to go with it. Smiths and Robinsons and Scotts and shit. But whether you choose to believe y'all brought us here as slaves, or some of us is already here, However you want to slice it. But obviously, most of us was already here. It's no way you brought millions of us, or even thousands of us, on those little ass sailboats that didn't even have motors on it. But now that we're here and still standing today, my only question is, and this is my question for, to racist white people and whatever other race think the country belongs to them. Where do y'all want us to go? Answer that, Mr. White Man. Where do you want us to go? I'm just trying to understand your racist logic. You damn sure don't want us to go back to Africa, because Africa, African Americans in Africa, woo, that'll be devastating for you. Africa will probably be 10 times greater than America, from the army down to the economy. And it'll be problematic for y'all. And you wouldn't want war with us. You're going to still hate on us because you're going to miss us. You're going to see all the shit we have and our abilities, like sports and entertainment and work ethics, and all the fun going to be stripped from y'all and bored ass. And Africa will be the new place to go. Half of y'all own kind going to be trying to get over there, and you will be just left with a few racist, miserable, white, red in the face ass men who might have to turn gay because all your damn women's then ran over there where we at. They done fled to Africa. They don't want to be bored no more with you in a descending ass economy. With your racist ass, stubborn ass. Like, what you gonna do without us, Mr. White Man? Everything you have now, we built it. You may have been an architect behind it on paper, but everything you know and have is everything you know and have is stolen legacy, and you know it. Quit trying to pretend you so great the way you don't need another race. You've always needed another kind besides your own. You want to talk about lazy? Y'all the real lazy ones. You don't want to do shit but give orders. Quit playing with my life like my life ain't real. But I'm just asking for a friend. Where do you want us to go? To Mexico with the Mexicans? You don't want them problems either. By the way, you barely making it without the Mexicans, the Hispanic community. You done sent them back. Now you have no help on the farms. You have no help on the extra farmers. We ain't doing your farm work for you. And it ain't because we lazy, but you don't pay enough. Get off y'all flat booty asses and get out there and farm and cultivate your damn selves. Let's see how long you can stand in the sun. Sun gon' bake your thin skin asses. But white folks, this video today ain't just dedicated to y'all. It's just primarily for y'all. But I'm gonna shift out for a minute. But only for a minute, then I'm gonna get back on y'all asses. You know, cause y'all racism hit different. Y'all shit hit different. But how about we got some colored folk? I call them, you know, the black folks and the Hispanics, Asians. Either blacks are afraid or some odd reason. Everybody's scared. That's why I call them colored. But it's like we got some kind of magical power. It's some real Black Panther shit going on. Because everybody's scared of us. I think we got vibranium stored in us we can't unlock or something. Other than that, why y'all so afraid of us? Because if it ain't fear, it's hate. So still, why? Don't talk about the crime, because y'all hated us before the crime rate. Y'all hated us when we was holding hands and marching together and shit. And y'all the ones taught us the criminal mindset. Y'all brought the guns to kill people. We brought spears to kill animals. We had spears. We ain't had no motherfucking guns. And furthermore, Asians commit crimes among Asians. Hispanics commit crimes among Hispanics. Like, why everybody look at us like the devil only dwell amongst us? Why everybody look at us like as if the lighter you are, the closer you are to God? It's the opposite. I don't know about y'all, but I've been around from state to state. And I had the opportunity to know or at least encounter probably every race of people on earth. Right? And it's like Tupac said, all eyes on me. All eyes on us. Just the color of your skin don't get you in. But back to the ones that affect us mostly. Because Mexicans, Asians, and Arabs, they don't affect us. They just hate for no apparent reason. They don't like us because white folks don't like us. I have no other explanation for them. But y'all listen closely to what to the rest of what I'm about to say, okay? The rest of what I'm about to tell y'all. I'm about to tell you what I know so you ain't got to know no more. Alright? And I don't get a lot of these views, so tell a friend to tell a friend what I told you. Alright? Because I don't get a lot of views. See, the problem with white people is that they believe their own superstition. All of their history is made up. It's his story. It's all whitewashed bullshit. They learned it from Greek mythology. But the new white generation, so brainwashed, they truly believe everything their forefathers wrote in the history books and the science books. But one way we know it's inaccurate is because they have too many editions to these books. 2nd edition, 5th edition, 20th edition, a new edition every year. Because they find out they got some things wrong in the previous years. So you either have to add to the book or take away from the book. But even outside of the books, the myths and the superstitious things they believe in, things like white supremacy, white Jews, white Jesus, Santa Claus is real, man been to the moon. All right, the bullshit story about the Indians. They've been conditioned to believe in history that never existed. They've been sanitized to believe that they are the real hero. They always been the heroes. So the new white generation only know what their forefathers believe, what their forefathers believed in, and they want to uphold that tradition, they so-called legacy, that never happened. They wasn't brainwashed with a black Superman, a black Batman, and they never saw a black president up until now. 1 out of 300 years. So it's only right that the young white generation thinking themselves as superior. And that's just gonna carry on like that till somebody set the record straight. All those white figures and no black heroes, they won't even hang up the real Jesus. But how about they hanging up Charlie Kirk as the new hero somehow? Some type of way, Kirk is the new hero. The new great white hope. They're going to come up with a Charlie Kirk toy in a minute. It's going to be more recognizable than Ken and Barbie. You hear me? They got more Charlie Kirk paintings and shit hanging up than Jesus. Using quotes out the Bible and with Charlie Kirk's face attached. Charlie didn't say it, Jesus said it. Why his picture ain't beside his own quotes? And why Charlie picture ain't next to the one of his own quotes? Type up some of them racist, discriminative ass quotes that Charlie said. Put that next to his face. Yeah. So quit playing with Jesus' life like his life ain't real. See, let me tell you what I know so you ain't gotta know no more. They use history to conquer. They don't need facts. Quit saying they use the Bible. The Bible is facts. They use fear and scare tactics and whitewash superstitious stories to conquer. And guess what? They're not going to change because they don't even realize what they need to change. They don't realize what they need to correct. From their perspective, how you going to fix something that ain't broken? When indeed it is broken. They have no actual true history. And that explains why they try to rewrite history and have done so. It's conquer out of chaos. Why conquer out of chaos? Why divide and conquer? Because they're afraid of losing what they call their country. America's all jacked up. They use manipulation to run this country, not facts, not right or wrong. We live in a country that tells us, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Make it make sense. What part of the game is that? Where they do that at? That's like your wife saying, I need you to do this and that and the other for me. But don't ask me what you want me to do for you. What type of time? Where they do that at? See, your enemy is telling you that you are his friend. And because you don't know history, you believe him. True history is hidden from white people, by white people. They didn't even have it. They didn't even have to have it from us. You know, cause we couldn't read English until we started learning how to, right? And so when we learned the English language and how to read English, that's where they fucked up. That's where they fucked up at. So then they had to distract us by hiding it in books and libraries where we couldn't attend. And they also distracted you with entertainment. They give you entertainment because that's all you want. Meanwhile, they over here having 10 times more fun owning you. Accumulating the money and the power. How about that? All while controlling you. They keep you in line like crackheads. Extreme desperation for short-term gratification. Extreme desperation for short-term gratification. They give them entertainment and that they so desperate for. That'll hold them down for years until we complete this new world order thing. And pay the entertainers millions so they won't even speak on it when they find out. And how the millions coming from Jewish sponsors in case them niggas get out of line, try to rise up and speak out, then we could strip them of their millions. So the millionaire black man think he got some when in all actuality he has nothing. He can't buy unless the white man sell it to him. And even then, you never actually own what you bought. Don't pay taxes on it and you'll see what I mean. You will sell your own dignity for money, for material things. You sitting there don't even have a God-given rights no more. Everything Moses fought for your black ass to have, you handed it back over to the Romans. The new Romans, the white America. They took your religion, whitewashed it, took your God-given covenant, and if that wasn't enough, now they working on your rights as a citizen to a country they stole from you. They didn't take it from no Indians. You are the so-called Indians. You and the Mexicans. Imagine America before they got here being inhabited by people way from India. What's the chances of that? Hell, Africa closer to America than India. The point is, you get no credit at all because we don't want to have to owe you nothing. No territory. They gave it to the light-skinned so-called Indians. No reparation, no respect. We don't owe y'all nothing. Although even if you took that analogy away from us, you still owe us from 400 years of free hard work from building this country and changing our names and separating us from our families. Damn it, you owe us just from that alone. What you giving the so-called Indians some shit though? If nothing else, give us respect. Put some respect on our damn name. We can't even get that. From neither race at this point, nobody respects the black man. They only respect our women a little bit because they got that split between their damn legs. I heard somebody say, cause niggas ain't shit. My own black man said that. Well, what white man? The white man's shit smell better than mine? I don't hear you complaining about how his shit stink. His shit smell like roses to you? That shit crazy. And y'all say niggas ain't shit. By that analogy, I know some white niggas too. And every black man you see is not a nigga. At least not your typical nigga. And yeah, crime is high amongst blacks, but so is it amongst every other nation, every other race of people. It just don't get publicized more like ours. And at least we can attempt to explain our crimes. The disproportionate rate of street violence in the black community is due to the range of socioeconomic factors that is disproportionately affecting our community. The discrimination in an effort to keep us from getting ahead. The systemic racism. We can name a range of things. But we don't have an idea of why white people go and shoot up hundreds of people at a time. Why y'all commit them crimes? So you need to decolonize your mind, black man. Right now, it's a whole lot of MAGA movement going on in your head. They painted this picture in your head, got you thinking we the bad guys, when it's really them. You ain't badder than them in no shape or fashion. And that ain't glorifying them. That's merely saying who the real bad guys are in a bad way. Whole lot of slick racism going on. The MAGA movement didn't trick you with their bullshit mechanism of control. You've been drinking blood thinking it's Kool-Aid. The MAGA gang claims opportunity for me, not thee. They very one-sided. Me. They don't do the diversity and inclusion thing. It's opportunity for me, not thee. All they do is gaslight what Trump be lying about, and then shit roll downhill from Trump administration to the MAGA movement to the niggas that don't know nothing, so they repeat whatever the loudest in the room say. Y'all being handled with propaganda and misinformation. You being handled. Look, if you agree with someone 8 out of 10 on their issues, then you probably sincere. But if you agree with someone 10 out of 10 times, then you in a cult. Like you a fucking robot at this point. I don't agree with everything the Democrat put forth. But I know they're more for blacks than the Republicans. Those are the facts. But some of y'all been bamboozled into thinking the powerless and not the powerful is somehow the cause of your predicament. Trump is clearly a rich, old school, conservative white man with a father who was KKK. His father who was a member of the KKK. Okay? He is a threat to the black community. He ain't our savior. You think he's saving you by sending troops out to the city? Okay, yeah, we know crime is a problem. Let me acknowledge that right now. But you also got to be careful what you ask for. It's a double standard. Like I always tell my people, they give with one hand and take with the other hand. They're not doing this for public safety. It's for profit. He's promoting and operating private detention centers, prisons. It's a contract. At the same time, it's war on black and brown people. So this is a win-win for the elite white men. This is war on the poor. Black people in prison is the new slave plantation. Yeah, it's black on black crime, but what about white crime? What are you going to do about that? About the issues of whites shooting up schools and mass shootings and assassinations and shit. None of which such crimes blacks commit. Charlie should have been pushing for that, and maybe he'd be still alive. Instead, y'all want to talk about black crime and not gun control, that we know white people need forced on them. Whites and blacks at this point, because now you got the younger black community using these damn giggle switches and on handguns, trying to make them shoot faster than what they designed to shoot. Now, mind you, white people made those fucking giggle switches. That wasn't made in the hood. So why is it a problem when Kamala wanted to talk about gun control? Some of y'all, you being misled and misfed. I mean, we talking about a president who raised tariffs on all the countries when we had a free trade agreement in place. He cut SNAP and Medicaid, sending National Guards to cities overriding governors and mayors. He cut affordable health care. He ended war on cancer, violating free speech, was in the Epstein files, means he's a pedophile, committed 30-something fucking felonies, and was found guilty on all charges. I can go on and on, but y'all ain't gonna do nothing but claim it was fake news. Whole lot of slick racism going on. I'm turned now. That's why there's nothing more powerful than knowledge. And knowledge is history. Because when you understand your history, then you understand your enemy. And when you understand your enemy, you understand how to defeat them. The real enemy. Your enemy is telling you that you are his friend. And because you don't know history, you believe him. But history tells me we are not friends. One is superior and one is inferior. How's that for a friend? And I'm not saying you can't have white friends. That's not what I'm saying, y'all. I'm just speaking on a large scale than the carnal mind. The carnal mind people. The kind of white people I'm talking about ain't the kind you see every day. The ones you work with or whatever, they might be racist too, on the low. But they don't even matter. They don't even count. Because they can't affect my life in no way. But the ones that count are the ones that keep you oppressed. Lawmakers, judges, local officials, cops, etc. See, you black mega movement niggas, y'all remind me of the guy on the Groundhog Day movie. Y'all continue to live the same day every day like yesterday didn't even exist. Y'all hate our history. I hear black folk talking against civil rights and history. So that tells me y'all gonna be the ones to agree with Trump when he decides to do away with it. This is why black history matters. Because apparently y'all don't know shit. Because the times we living in now is absolutely continuity of the past. It all correlates into a new world order happening now. It's new slaves where they want you in the warehouses and farms, but pay you enough to get by and not get ahead. And that's the easy part to hinder you from getting ahead, because you need lights, and it costs to have it. You need water, and it costs to have it. You need a car, and it costs gas, insurance, tags got to be reinstated. I went to apply for food stamps. I ain't gonna lie. They say I make too much money. I say, you need to do the fucking math. I ain't got no money after all the shit I gotta pay. Fuck is you talking about? But yeah, it's a new world order, man, in the making. They seek to make America like it was again. But they know they can't do it in a literal sense, so they need new slaves, or at least a new way to oppress black people, which is impossible because you can't divide the laws anymore. There is no Jim Crow over here and U.S. legislation over here. The same law that applies to you applies to me now. But here's where they still had a ball in their court, right? The Civil Rights Act. They sugarcoat it and tell you it's permanent until they decide to alter it. Wait a minute, what? Yeah, it's possible. Congress has the power to amend or repeal the laws, following the same legislative process required to pass any new law. Just as Congress can pass a new law, it can also pass a law to repeal the existing one. And did y'all know all the Southern Republicans voted against the bill? Like George Bush daddy, to be exact. He voted against the Civil Rights Act bill back in the days before he was president. So when people be trying to say it's the Southern Democrats that was racist, bruh, it was the Southern Republicans and the Dixiecrats, the so-called Democrats. And while everybody trying to repeat after Charlie Kirk, the Civil Rights Act ended racial discrimination and segregation in public places, in public education, and in federally assisted programs. I'm trying to see what Charlie and Bush had against that. So now you know they trying to pick a fight with black people and sending troops out on us, and yeah, picking a fight. They know what's gonna happen, man. Because when it does, they can say, see, we need to change the law because blacks have gotten out of hand and we can't control them anymore. So let us revoke their citizen right, civil rights and their citizenship. And, let's amend it to say this and that. And some dumbass nigga gonna say, we don't need that anyway. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. Go look up what all the civil rights cover before you speak on something that you have no idea about. The last time they tampered with the civil rights bill was it was reauthorized. That was in 2006 sometimes, which was the last time the Republicans was in office since Trump. So now you know what's important about Charlie Kirk and them making him a remembrance day. If this shit ever happens again, especially by a black person, if a black person, if that would have been a black killer, it'll kick off a civil war they looking for. Charlie was getting his people prepared for legislation to do this, to do away with such things like civil rights, right? The very things and people that he stood against was us and everything that was in our favor. Democrats, civil rights, DEI, liberalism, and everything else that emphasized and highlighted freedom and equality and justice for black people. Charlie stood against it, and he said it the loudest and unapologetically. That's why white folks loved him. He was kicking at us. He was picking at us. Doing it right up under our noses. They knew what he was doing. We just didn't because we don't care to know. Just give us entertainment. While real life just go over our motherfucking heads. Like, boy, where's Malcolm X when you need him? You niggas continue to miss the big picture and wonder why we can't advance as a people. Even since Charlie Kirk's death, they still trying to kickstart it. They're gonna continue to try to find a way to pick up what Charlie left off. That's why he has a day. The fool that went up to the HBCUs kickstart a Charlie Kirk debate in front of all them young black students. Prime example of what I'm talking about. Fuck out of here. You looking for trouble. You ain't trying to dialogue. Dialogue my ass. Then he showed up with signs like DEI should be illegal. That shit don't pass the smell test. I don't think you were there to say hi to the kids in a friendly manner. You wanted all the smoke. You wanted the smoke that they gave your ass. Or you wanted more smoke than that. See, I think Charlie Kirk was a sacrifice to kickstart a civil war. I think the MAGA move was behind Charlie Kirk getting killed. They want to blame us and the left so they can bomb on us and deny us of our civil rights. I think it's a conspiracy. It was a sacrificial plan. I'm almost agreeing with Candace on this one. Except, baby girl, you about to expose the MAGA movement. You might want to sit this one out. Let it go while you still ahead, Candace. For they off your ass too. Because you getting too close to exposing the wrong people. You was hoping it was somebody black or at least a Democrat, of some sort. But baby girl, it was your own Republican Party that sacrificed his ass. They done made the man a damn a legend from all the lines he was telling. All the lies he was telling. He a legend from the lies he was telling. Yeah. Now y'all got another fictional character. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. Charlie. What else? What else in the news to talk about? I am the street politician because my people perish from lack of knowledge. So I promote black media, and you should too. Acting like y'all ain't got a care in the world to shit hit homes. It's too late to care now. So I speak on the issues till we learn how to play together, strategize and mobilize. That's what we got to do. Come together like butt cheeks, my brothers. Oh yeah, we're in a government shutdown, by the way. This gives Trump the opportunity he's been waiting for to lay off some people. Lay off as many of his workers as he can again. He fighting Congress right now in a way to manipulate this shit to happen. Cause in a government shutdown will be precisely what he intended. It covers what he stands for. When the government shuts down, a federal agency ceases operating, and the workers don't get paid. It's certain government agencies that it affects, and most of what it affects is right up his motherfucking alley. It's right up his Project 25 agenda. Department of Housing, Department of Education, Health and Human Services, IRS, Department of Labor, including the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Now, I'm sure the government would come up with a deal, because Trump knows how to lie. Negotiate. Lie. Right now, they can't agree to a funding bill. It happens all the time, don't get me wrong. It's usually one party don't want to come to budget terms with the other. That's why they call it a party. I call it a game. Biggest game in modern day history. You know, I always like to say it's Crip and Blood, y'all. They fight over everything. And it's much scarier because somebody like Trump in there pushing the Project 25 agenda. Obviously, the Republicans don't want to fund nothing. And the Dems are forcing them to release the funds for a number of agencies that we the people thrive off of. The problem is, it's not a democracy anymore when Trump and the conservatives is in the office. They may as well take the people out of the Constitution. A democracy is a government where the people has the power. Last I checked. A dictatorship is where a single person or a small group holds the power. Just thought I'd remind y'all of that because some of y'all asses forgot the difference. The conservatives want their country back like they had it before civil rights and maybe even before the Emancipation Proclamation. So Trump don't want to fund nothing that benefits the people. He want to roll back health care for over 15 million Americans. He want to cut the free health care and drive up the cost of health care on insurance for everybody. Why? Because they want to save billions of dollars that they can give away to the billionaire corporations. How they gonna fund the billionaires? With our tax money. Trump pretty much told the Democrats when they came together trying to vote on this shutdown, get the hell out of my office. Get out of here. I don't even want to talk to y'all. I'd rather shut the government down than to make he'd rather shut the government down than to make healthcare affordable to the American people. These was Trump words, paraphrased. I just gave you Trump words in other words. How Christian is that? Jesus was sympathetic to the poor and the sick. Did you hear what I said? I said Jesus. And I don't mean to preach like talk like I'm preaching now, but he was sympathetic to the poor and the sick. What is Trump's problem with at least making healthcare affordable? And why is the stock market dropping? Mega movement. Can y'all answer the question that for me? And where's the Epstein's files? I had to throw that in there. But I'll tell you the lie that the MAGA movement people spreading out about this shutdown. They want to say Trump is denying affordable health care because the illegal immigrants was getting them. When I say either those MAGA fools are stupid and don't know the law, or they just plain old lying for King Trump. They just plain old dick riding. And why lie for something that can affect you? You think you don't need affordable health care because you ain't been to the doctor in a while? Everyone knows illegals can't get, hell, they can't even apply for affordable health care without getting locked the fuck up. How you gonna be illegal and apply for health care? That'll be like going and knock on the precinct door saying, let me in, I just sold some drugs. Illegal immigrants don't get health care. Let's bury that lie right now. When I tell you a lie, I don't care who tell it. Trump and the mega gang are the biggest lies in history. But I got to get ready to go. And in conclusion, I just wanted to expose the lies once again and the evildoers. The slick racism still exists, you know. So, yeah. Till next time, folks, know what I know so you ain't got to know no more. Shalom to all my people, God's people, in the name of Jesus, better known as Yeshua. I'm out.